guys, what's up? Welcome back to Titans University, and we would be talking about something called as display ads today. First things first, we have seen a lot of things about search campaigns. We have understood a lot of settings. You need to understand that there won't be a lot of changes to the campaign settings. It is very important for us to understand that while we are working with a different type of campaigns, all the settings related to a campaign will still be the same. You will still work with budgets. You will still work with bids. You will still work with CPC, CPM, CPA. You will still have campaign settings. You will still have account structure. You will still have CTR. You will still have all those things, apart from a few differences here and there, which we would be talking about in the future sessions. But this session is out and out discussion where we talk about how display ads work in real time. So let's move forward and let me show you how this works. Now, if you start looking at your entire so-called piece of art that you see here, let me tell you what this means. So if you start looking at things from the left, now this is you who is a user who is browsing on the internet, right? So you're browsing on the internet for various things. Let's say you're looking at three websites. One is a health website, the other website is a tech website, and the other website is a travel website. When you're browsing through this website, which is a health website, let's assume you are looking at something related to diabetes. Now, when you're looking at something related to diabetes, and if there is an advertiser here who has a diabetic medicine that he's promoting already with Google, which means he's an advertiser, right? He's already advertising with Google. Now, since you're reading an article related to diabetes, Google thinks this may be a good place for the ad to be shown. So it displays an ad related to this advertiser here. So if you click on this ad, let's say you found this ad good enough, so you clicked on this ad. When you clicked on this ad, you get taken to this website via that click, and the advertiser has to pay for this click that got you to his website. Similarly, if you're reading a tech website, Microsoft may think that you may be interested in a product called Microsoft 365, and Microsoft makes an ad as a Google advertiser, and Google puts this ad because you're already reading something related to tech, and Google thinks you may also be interested in this ad. Similarly, if you're reading a travel website or if you're browsing through a travel website, a business called Booking.com thinks that you may be interested in their ad. So so Google inserts an ad unit by Booking.com onto the website that you're browsing. So when you click on this ad, you will be taken to the Booking.com websites. So this is basically how display ads work. So if you want to understand in a nutshell how things work, a user browses through websites. It can be any website, and it can be through any source. He's browsing through these websites, and in the process, what happens is Google thinks that there may be a few advertisers whose ads may be relevant to show on this website. Now, whose website is this? This is not an advertiser website. This is not your website. This is a website by a third-party publisher. A publisher is anybody who has a website and who is willing to put ad units on his page. So this third-party publisher is registered with Google. He gets into an agreement with Google. Now, what Google decides is Google says that let me put some ad units on your website because users coming to this page may find this interesting. So similarly, this advertiser's ads also will go on the Google's page. Now, similarly, Google also puts this ad on a third-party site that you are browsing through, right? So what happens in this equation is, as a user, you come to this website. If you think you are interested in this ad, you click on this ad, and then this advertiser pays $1, for example. Similarly, you find this ad interesting. Now, this ad will lead to the second advertiser's website, and maybe this guy will pay $2 per the click. And these are all estimates. Similarly, if you browse this website and if you find the third ad to be interesting, you click on this ad and the third advertiser will be billed for, let's say, $3. So this is how display ads work, right? Now, who is putting these ads on the third-party website? Now, who is inserting these ad units here? Google is inserting. On whose website is it inserting? It is inserting some third-party publisher websites. Now, who visited this website? You as a user visited this website. Whose ads are being shown? Advertisers' ads are being shown. Now, in this equation, let me tell you how this works. You are happy because you found things which are relevant to you in case you find them relevant. Advertisers are happy because Google is helping them get clicks to their website. So a lot of clicks come from users visiting the third-party website. So Google is happy. So the advertisers are happy. Google is happy because it's making money. These guys are happy because Google gives a percentage of whatever it makes on that click. right? So everybody is happy. And this is how your display ads work on Google Ads. So when do you use display ads is the next point of discussion we need to have. All right. So how does display ads work is what is something that we need to look at. How does these ads work? So we know how a search campaign works, right? So if you want to quickly recap how a search campaign works, search is relatively simple. There is a user who is searching for a set of keywords, or maybe users who are searching for keywords. Now, if this keyword matches your Google account, or if it matches the keywords in your Google Ads account, that's when your ads will show on Google, right? This is pretty much how search works. Now, display kind of works in a different way. This is how display ads work. Display ads work when you have a Google account and you create a display campaign, right? And you either give some kind of keywords or you kind of give some placements. Now, let us talk about what these differences between keywords and placements are in a while. I am not going to rush you through that. Now, when Google finds websites, which match the theme of your keywords, Google will start showing your ads on these. Now, we are not talking about a user here. We are talking about an advertiser. If you are an advertiser, you will create a Google ad account and you will put in some keywords and placements. If Google finds other websites which match the theme of your keyword, it will start putting your ads here. When it does that, users who are browsing through these websites will see your ads. And if they find your ads to be relevant, they will click and come to your website. That's pretty much it, right? In display, it is not mandatory to have keywords. You don't need to have a keywords. So what we will do at this point in time is let's draw a line and let's completely forget this for the time being. Let's forget about having keywords and matching keywords, and keywords have to match what people are searching for. Let's ignore all this nonsense. Let's only focus upon display. Now you have a Google Ads account. You will put in a set of keywords or placements, and Google will decide what websites are related to your product or service based upon its analysis of your keywords. Google will analyze what my keywords are, and it will look at my website, and it will show my ad on other websites which are related to my business. Let's take an example. Who is not feeling well and he's researching about something related to, let's say, asthma, right? So he's going through a website, reading about all the precautions that he should take care when an asthma attack hits you. Now, what Google does is Google identifies certain websites which are either asthma clinics or asthma medications or asthma natural cures, for example, right? And Google decides that this guy is interested in knowing more about asthma and other health related conditions. So what Google does is it puts these ads on this website, right? And it will start putting these ads in the ad units on the website. Now let's say this is the first ad, this is the second ad, and let's say this is the third ad. This is the first advertiser, second advertiser, third advertiser. When you click on any of these ads, that particular advertiser will be billed, right? This is from a user's perspective. Now this is from the user side, but we need to start thinking about it from an advertiser's perspective. Let's say if I am an advertiser, I need to look at creating a Google Ads account. And my job should be to identify these websites, right? Let's call it website 1, website 2, website 3. Now, in a search campaign, your job was to identify the keywords, because based upon what keywords people are searching for, your ad success would depend on it. But when you're talking about a display campaign, let's make a disclaimer here. So if you're talking about a display campaign, as an advertiser, your job is to find websites which are related to your product. Now, if my product is shoes, I should start finding websites which are related to, let's say, footwear or fashion or certain lifestyle websites. That's my job, right? Now, these websites that you find, there's no limit on these number of websites, by the way. These are called as placements, right? But if you don't know how to find these placements, or if you don't want to find these placements, what you will do is you will provide a set of keywords. Let's say shoes. Let's say formal shoes. Then you will start searching for sport shoes. You will start looking at casual shoes. You will start looking at men's shoes. You will start looking at women's shoes. You will start looking at kids' shoes. So you will give in a list of keywords that you think describe your business better. So based upon these keyword themes, now since you're talking about everything related to shoes, Google will start looking at it as a shoe related website or a footwear related website, and it will start identifying placements for you. Right? So basically, let's go over this again. If I am a Google Ads advertiser, my product is shoes. So I need to find what websites are more suitable to put my ads upon. Those websites, if I'm able, there are tools, don't worry about that. There are tools to find these websites. Now, using some tools, if I'm able to find what websites are talking about products related to me, or which website has audience that may be interested in my product as well, that's the better way to look at. Those are called as placements. But if you don't want to find these placements yourselves, right? If you don't think that you will be able to do a good job, or if you don't know what kind of placements are existing, what you could do is you could give in a set of keywords and ask Google to help you with these websites. So you give in a list of keywords and Google will find out these placements for you, right? Now, do you see how you're getting placements? You're getting placements in two ways. One, where you are manually going and finding. Right? Another one where Google is helping you find them automatically. Right? These are called as automatic placements. These are called as manual placements. So where you find the websites, they are manual placements. Where Google helps you find these websites, they are automatic placements. So this is pretty much it. So if you observe, you can either find placements or you can either find keywords. You can find keywords and give it to Google. Google will find out the placements that best describe your business. Or you could just find the placements directly by yourselves. Either ways, you either have to give keywords or placements. If you know, if you're confident about the kind of placements you want your ad to be shown upon, then you can give those placements directly. But if you're not confident, if you want somebody to help you, if you want Google to help you, give a list of keywords. Basically, understand that when we are talking about display campaigns, we either have to give a set of keywords or we have to give a list of placements for Google to show our ads upon. Now, mind you, I am not talking about as a user, I'm talking about as an advertiser. If I am an advertiser and if I want to run display campaigns, I either have to give keywords or I can find placements. Now, these placements can be found in two ways. One, Google can find them for me, which is auto placements. Or I can go ahead, research and find out certain placements, which are called as manual placements. If I give a set of keywords, Google can help me find placements. So this is also another way to find placements. So when you give keywords and when Google is finding those placements, they are called as automatic placements. Even if you give keywords and if you want to still find the placements by yourself, those are manual. So this is you where you manually do it. Now let's say this is Google who is trying to help you get these placements. Right? So this is pretty much how you need to look at display ads. So in display ads, it is very important that you either give keywords or placements for finding out the websites you would want to show. So that's pretty, either you have to give keywords or placements for Google to go ahead and identify your placements. So that's pretty much about display campaigns. And you also need to understand that in a search campaign, we will highlight the differences very clearly, but in the next session, but this is just an overview. In search campaigns, keywords is a must. Without keywords, you cannot have search campaigns. In display campaigns, you can either give keywords or placements, which means your ads will run even if you don't give keywords, if you give placements. Even if you don't give placements and if you just give keywords, your display ads are eligible to run. The second thing that you need to remember is you can only run text ads in search ads. In display network, this is fun. You can run text ads. You can also run image ads. And even in image ads, there are about 10 different sizes that Google will allow. For example, you have a 250 by 250 pixel image. You have a 780 by 90 image. So all the sizes, so basically you create ads for all these sizes so that Google will automatically mix and match on which website to show your ad. So you basically give all your inventory to Google and Google will decide where to show them, how to show them, when to show them, right? So this is pretty much about how your display campaigns work. And in the next session, we would be talking about and we would be learning when do you choose display campaigns, because that's the most important part, don't you think?